dissolving the barriers between people that are incarcerated and people that are out. For example, say I'm teaching a module on child psychology. An inside out module would be where I would have 15 of my students from my university and 15 students inside a prison. So 15 incarcerated students. And I take my 15 students into the prison setting and teach all 30 students together. So it's about dissolving the boundary, because when you're in there, everyone's a student. Everyone's just a student. So the benefit for the prison is that they're having someone, who's a specialist in that area to come in and teach the module. And then the benefit for all of the students, I think, is to just, I guess, just open our eyes and open our perspective, because I think, if you think someone's got a criminal record, they're in prison, you already have that black mark against their name. But when the students are all in there and they're talking, and a lot of the inside out activities they're all about communication. Whatever you're teaching, they all start with icebreakers and things like that, where there's a really cool one, the wagon wheel. This is actually just fun to do in your own classroom as well. So the wagon wheel is where you put one ring of students in a circle in the middle of the room and one ring of students in the outside, and they're each facing each other, and then they talk to each other, and then the wheel moves around. So one by one, all the students get to talk to everyone in the wheels, like two moving wheels. So a lesson would start with an icebreaker, for example. Talk about something you're proud of that you've achieved, and the students will talk together, and then you move the wheel to meet more people, kind of like a matchmaking, speed dating. So lots of really cool things that are all just about communication, builds up their confidence, and then you do some learning. So yeah, I finished that training in COVID. Just so happens that I just moved to university, so I'm still waiting to find the perfect setting. I've done some amazing work with HMP ISIS, which is a men's prison in South London. So the hope is that we'll start delivering an inside out program with the prison in the future. But I think anything like that, where we're also checking in our judgment and our prejudice, kind of what we were saying at the start about stereotypes. When you're in there, you're just with a room of learners, and you realize that everyone's had a different journey in this life through where they're born or who their parents are, or so many factors in our life bring us to where we are. And actually, one thing that I'll just mention, I can't remember her name, but there's one of the most powerful videos I've ever seen on YouTube, where this woman goes and speaks to some people that are in prison, and oh my gosh, you'll know it, Lucas, actually. And they're all stood in a line, and she says something like, if someone was ever mean to you when you were a child, step forward. If someone ever hit you when you're a child, step forward. And and you realize that basically everyone in this prison population has had a really traumatic childhood. They've been neglected, they've been abused,